Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be continuing the celebration of Giving Tuesday today with my friends Yonathan, Alice, and Sloane. We are here to celebrate what we're calling Immigrant and Refugee Power Hour. Simply said, we're celebrating all immigrant and refugee organizations around the world in this particular hour of Giving Tuesday. And I'm here to share with all of you, from these amazing people in front of you who will introduce themselves in a second, so many ideas and ways in which we can give to this beautiful cause. So why don't we do a super quick round of introductions? Alice, Yonathan, Sloane, in that order, please share who you are and why you're here.
Hi, my name's Alice. I work at Collective Aid. We are an organization who support refugees and asylum seekers in Serbia, Bosnia, and France. And this year we recognize that fundraising and engaging with people is getting more difficult, and we wanted to come up with a creative way to engage people this Giving Tuesday. So we've teamed up with another 29 organizations across Europe and Lebanon for a shared campaign under the theme More Than Survival.
Lovely.
Awesome. My name is Yonathan and I lead an organization called Border Perspective. We focus our work on the U.S. and Mexico border, specifically on the South Texas part of the border. And so there we are advocating for families. We are assisting the needs that asylum-seeking families and immigrant families have on that specific part of the border. And so we're excited about Giving Tuesday because Giving Tuesday is a great day, right, to really advocate by giving, by serving, by really being a part and activating ourselves, whether it's to be engaged or just to give right from afar. And so we're excited to be a part of this conversation, and thank you for highlighting this specific work.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Sloane Davidson. I'm the founder and CEO of Hello Neighbor and the Hello Neighbor Network. Specifically, the Hello Neighbor Network is a coalition of grassroots and community-based leaders from around the country. We have 96 members in 36 states, and we focus on how to provide leadership support for those individuals. It can be a really lonely and isolating road to be a founder of a nonprofit. And so what we found is by building community, by providing leadership resources, even helping how to build a bench, how to build governance and program evaluation, all of those things, and resilience grants, and so much more. And then we also do a lot of work right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, focused on refugees and immigrants. I'm so thrilled to be here. Giving Tuesday has always meant a lot to me and to Hello Neighbor. And we really highlight the work of our everyday donors and our everyday supporters. And it's a big thank you for us. So we might be making some asks, but it's really a big thank you to everyone who gives to us all year round.
I love that. I have personally seen the work that all three of you carry out with personally and through your organizations, and I'm just honored to be in your presence today. And I could not have come up with a better group of people to celebrate this day and to talk about refugees and immigrants. And to go straight into it, because I'm so inspired by you all, I would actually love for each of you to share what inspires you to be a part of this cause. We were talking a little bit before we got started, and I was sharing how no social cause is easy, right? No one sees a problem in the world and says, I am the perfect fit for this problem and I have all the solutions. I don't need anyone else and I'm just gonna go do it, right? And yet people like you choose to get out of bed every day and work for a cause that some people might not relate to, some people might not even know the actual need that there is in some sectors. And so I'd love for all of you to share what inspires you every day. Starting with Yonathan.
Yes, this work is, like some of you have already shared, lonely, it can be hard, but really what I love about it is just the humanity and the shared humanity that we get to be a part of. I think oftentimes when we think about immigration, we think about issues, specifically we're talking about, the US-Mexico border. I feel like a lot of the country only tunes into it when it's really highlighted in the media or when it's strategically right on everybody's radar. But what about those times when it's not? It doesn't mean that it's not happening. It doesn't mean that there's not people there, organizations that are serving locally. And so one of the reasons why I get up every morning is because there's a shared humanity with my fellow neighbor, right? That I get to be with, that I get to support, that I get to stand with and sometimes even advocate for. And so if there's anything else, it's the resilience of people, is the shared humanity that we all have. And I think a shared responsibility that keeps me going every day.
Segue over to you because I want to hear how you as a leadership person in the neighbor space, really, because as you mentioned, your network doesn't just service individuals, it actually serves other people that are exercising their own leadership, their own capacity to lead their own communities. And so I'm really curious to hear from you how, or what I should say, inspires you to keep doing that.
Yeah. I mean, well, first, I really think that I'm thrilled we're here for Refugee and Immigrant Power Hour, but it's really neighbors that we're talking about. And we like to call them new neighbors, right? There's a lot of things that we could sort of say, but a refugee is more than just a refugee. So as an immigrant, they're a mother, a daughter, a sister, a brother, a pharmacist, a soccer player, an aspiring, you fill in the blank. And so one of the things I love about this work is that it is more than just one label. It affects climate change. It affects community development and economic development. It affects how we build communities. It affects how we see each other. One of the things that we say at Hello Neighbor is it all starts with hello. In a lot of languages around the world, hello actually means I see you and you see me. And so if we could all slow down collectively and not just say, hi, how you doing, right, as we go through our day, but really stop to see somebody else and acknowledge their humanity and acknowledge that people are going through things every single day, some good, some bad. But I really do believe that that is the kind of change that we embrace and that we need to see in our country and in our culture. And so it's incredibly inspiring for me to be part of that work every day. I don't consider leading it. I consider just part of it alongside everybody else. And and that's what inspires me.
You just said it as if it's this small thing. You're like, yeah, that little thing, saying hello to people and how it means I see you and you see me. You gave us this whole, I love it. I love it. Alice, please share with us all the way from Germany, what inspires you to keep working on this social issue?
I think Sloane, what you say there is really really interesting, about neighbors and about connecting. And I think something that, although I appreciate that, something that is kind of different in the space where I work is because we work with a lot of refugees, migrants and asylum seekers who are still on that journey to safety. And we are a mostly volunteer-led organization, and a lot of the volunteer organizations in our network are also volunteer-led. And a lot of us are, volunteers or coordinators or leaders from those countries, from often Western European countries. And we kind of all, and myself included, want to make that step to go to that place where people aren't yet in safety and are still kind of searching for that place and searching for that neighborhood community. And while they're on that journey, kind of reaching a hand out and offering what support we can there. And something that I'm also really interested in on a personal level and also through my work is engaging in advocacy, where we can make this journey more survivable and less traumatic and more of a community space, even while people are on that journey. I think it's quite collaborative in what we all do, but yeah, in different spaces.
All I'm hearing you all say is that it doesn't take one person, but that one person can make the difference if they act collectively, if they know where to give, if they know how to reach these new neighbors, as we're calling them. And so I'd love to wrap up today with all of you sharing some tips on how can we all find organizations like yours. Feel free to share how to find your specific organization. But if I'm just a person in the middle of nowhere and I'd like to find an organization that does amazing work like you all do, how do I go about it? I've been inspired today and I want to give. It's still Giving Tuesday. How do I find it? Please. Sloane, would you mind starting?
So I'll start by saying, our website for Hello Neighbor is Hello Neighbor, the US spelling, not a European one with a U, but helloneighbor.io. And across all of social media, we're Hello Neighbor HQ. So that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it. And I would just say that one of the things I've always felt about giving back is feel happy and appreciative for what you can do versus guilty for what you can't. So some people watching this, maybe you just like and follow us. Maybe you leave a comment, maybe you subscribe to a newsletter, maybe you do make a donation, but feel really good about what you do today because it matters so much to have giving in your heart and to be in that, value set of giving back. And it's not just about the dollar amount, it's about all the other ways you give back. So feel really proud of yourselves today.
Amazing. Yonathan?
Yes, one of the things I love, just following up on Sloane as well, is that Giving Tuesday is really a movement beyond just today, right? Like Giving Tuesday, yes, it's about giving, but I love that it's also focuses on behavioral change. I think about opportunities that we can get engaged with in our own communities, or maybe in different projects or impact programs around the year. And so I would say start local, start where you are, right? So like, it's easy. We all have a phone, a computer. Sometimes if you just search up refugee services, immigrant services, or organizations locally, I hope that, every city, every state, right? Like there's probably a list that you can start there. But one of the things about today is that, yes, we as organizations, we need funding, right? We all are. That's what helps us empower our work. But more than that too is, how can you stay involved? How can you go beyond just the one day? How can you start implementing kind of this shift of mentality and posture towards being involved more than just by giving? And so I would just encourage everybody to do that. And so you can find our work at borderperspective.org. One of the things that we offer is service learning experiences to the US and Mexico border. So we invite you to come and see. We invite you to be a part of this impactful work that we're doing. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Yonathan. And last but not least, Alice.
And so if you want to check out our landing page where we've got the little bio and donate link for 30 different organizations across Europe and Lebanon, it's morethansurvival.org, or you can check out the hashtag morethansurvival on Instagram, and all the different NGOs are posting with that hashtag, so you can check out and see the different works of each group. And if you want to go that bit further and actually volunteer in the field or learn a bit more about the advocacy work that we're doing, you can go to collectiveaidngo.org, and that's where you can sign up to volunteer or find out a bit more about advocacy and policy.
Thank you so much, Alice, Yonathan, and Sloane, for accompanying us today. Giving Tuesday is just halfway through. We've got so much more giving to do and so much more thank yous to do, as Sloane mentioned. So thank you all for joining. Refugee and Immigrant Power Hour continues. So please follow these tips, find the organizations you'd like to give to today, and be a part of the change you'd like to see.